Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the VG Purist. I'll be coming at you with some Season 6 action for the Cabal Vision Champions Cup playoffs. And we are underway. And it's going to be the first round. And we have loads of predictions going in. And loads of games. Actually, a bunch is played. And so we are going to be pretty busy. But first off, we are going to begin step by step. Hey! It's going to be the human team, Pirates of Reikland, taking on step by step the Khemri team. And in my pregame prediction, I did say that I liked the Khemri team. Where is it? It's right here. It looks like somebody else liked the human team. What do they know? But we'll see about that. That's why we play this game, hey? And we are going to just jump straight into it, shall we? Yes. Let's do this. And now, Cabal Vision Champions Cup first round action, brought to you by Cyanide. Focus Home Entertainment for that €500 first prize, 250 for second prize. Third and fourth place gets €100. So loads of fun, loads of money, and we are now getting in there. Coached by MiketheMachine, Pirates of the Reikland. This human team, I love how the human team look. Just all these nice handlebar mustaches. Taking on the Khemri team, coached by Br1ght, step by step. And yes, I did say that I did like the Khemri team going in, and it's really because human team somewhat slightly lacking, but we'll see about that. Khemri team does have a few weaknesses on his own, and we are now underway. It's like step by step, will choose to receive the ball. Good choice there, my boy, because they'll begin and also do the bashings. And when you have 4, 5 strength Khemris on your side, you can better be sure that you are going to get some real bashings going on. But first, let's take a look at the skills before we get any further on. Yeah? Let's take a look at what we're dealing with today. So right here, we're going to see some blitzers there. It's going to have Mighty Blow and Guard for that blitzer, and he's going to have a catcher here. Going to be some staple here for the human team. Going to have Bl1ght sidestep with the diving tackle. Stand firm, Mighty Blow and Guard for that blitzer here. Mighty Blow stand firm, not Mighty Blow stand firm, but Mighty Blow Guard tackle. And also another blitzer is going to be here, but no skills whatsoever. Hey, what's going on, Big Grin? And a catcher here with Guard as well. So going with Guard for just about everybody for the human team, and that's actually a really good idea, because if you get Guard for enough human players, then you'll be able to stand up against bashier teams such as, perhaps this Khemri team. Stand firm with the Guard Ogre, and then for the ball carrying sure hands with the +1 in movement allowance tackle, and the block thrower with leader ability. So 4 rerolls for each side, and human team looking pretty good actually. But could it be better than this Khemri team with 4, 5 straight Tomb Guardians? They don't start with Mighty Blow, so don't let these skills confuse you. They just start with the regeneration and decay, and decay is actually a nega trait. So you gotta watch out for these guys, you really do. But yes, it's gonna have Mighty Blow, first skill for these guys. I almost feel like you pretty much should go with the Mighty Blow for the first skill, so that you can get more SPP up on these guys. And if you have access to the block skill, the general skill, then yeah, go ahead and get that. But Mighty Blow definitely gonna be extremely useful, because they're gonna do a lot more bashes than you think. Break tackle for that one there, Mighty Blow Guard for this one here, Mighty Blow, and then block, like I said, there you go. And then another Tomb Guardian, just going to be level 1 for the time being. Skelly on the pitch with that dirty player. And then thrower. He's got the kickoff return with the leader ability. And also going to have another thrower. I believe these are the blitzer. These are the thrower here. +1 in movement allowance. Fend. And also going to have the block and also the tackle ability, along with the pair of blitzers with the Guard for that man there. And then the Juggernaut piling on Mighty Blow with the jump up and the tackle ability. So pretty nice setup here for this Khemri team, to be honest with you. But I think the real thing you have to watch out for here is that armor value 8 Tomb Guardian right there. That's the real mystery here. 2 extra linemen to come in for the human team, 2 extra skellies to come in for the Khemri team. Br1ght with +1 in injury rolls when the players are gonna get served, so you better watch out for that. On the inducements table, we see just 4 rerolls on each side, and then Coach Br1ght, he does have the region, so no apothecary for this guy there. So kickoff return will mean that the thrower will be able to move up. That's going to be pretty nice. Quick snap, and that's going to be even better for the thrower. Now he's going to be able to try to catch that ball on the fly. And we now are underway. The inaugural game here. The Khemri team taking on this human team. Let's get underway. And as I understand it, Br1ght, pretty good coach here. And been stomping on everybody on his way, tearing up the system, trying to get past everybody to get to where he's at now. I did like the Khemri team, like I said, and they could be the first Khemri team that I think might actually go far in this tournament. Let's see though. Piling on. Ugh, mighty blow. Doesn't get any big hits in though, unfortunately. But that's okay though. Tomb Guardians will be able to follow up and should be able to give him some sort of cover. Actually, this guy doesn't have the guard ability, so he won't actually be able to help cover up that throw route. You might see a foul on him from the humans, but I don't know, it's going to be a little bit difficult getting in there. I mean, if he does do it, it's going to be a lone foul, I think. It's going to be very difficult to pry off that 5-strength Tomb Guardian there without basing a whole bunch of human guard players in there. But hey, that's why you get guard, right? Gonna get that nice natural cage here for this Khemri team. That is the usual thing for him. Be stomping along there, and infinite stumpers. Ooh, big hit coming in, and just gonna be causing a stun. And when these Tomb Guardians have that mighty blow, it's just, ooh, what are you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do? They are the ones paving the way for the cage, punching the way through, and with that mighty blow definitely helps out in that respect so that they can make a much bigger and better hole. And then, you know, these guys aren't high on the agility, so they're not going to make these real quick movements on you unless they get that +1 in movement allowance and then the +1 in agility or something like that. But even with the extra +1 in agility, then they're just 3 agility, not that much of a big threat, right? Although I did see what I think in the Chaos Edition days, I saw one Khemri team just absolutely just balls to the walls. He got like 5 strength, 5 agility for like 3 of his guys. And this is back in the day where they didn't reset the ladder or anything like that. They didn't go and have anyone aging, and so he was able to hold on to those guys. Probably never to play them ever again. KO on that human, and the injuries are starting to come. That was just on a dodge even, but that kind of shows you just how much up against the wall that this human team is. Khemri team, I think, should be able to just make mincemeat here. But we'll see. That's why we play the game, baby. Even with the beer stand. So the human team really has to watch out for that. Oh, mighty blow. And we'll be able to get something out of it. KO this time around. No big injuries, but that will mean that the numbers advantage squarely on the Khemri side, and already making quite good headway through the human defense. And it is looking like he is going to score it pretty soon here. I don't know if he really wants to rush that score, but yeah, definitely looking good, I have to say. But human team, they're pretty quick on their feet. +1 is movement allowance right there, and then he's got catchers, so should be able to catch up, maybe put up a nice little screen up here against this cage. Nice little net, I used to say. Nice net to catch the cage, and then be able to stopper it up. But with 2 guys down, a little bit more easier for this Khemri team to push on through. Who do you like today, Big Grin? What are you thinking? I know you're thinking something out there. Well, you know, sometimes the human team, they could surprise you, right? That's the nice thing about it. In my opinion, it's almost like a gimpy elf team. I feel like, I don't want to say it out loud, but I just did. But they do have the big guy, right? The nice thing about the human team, they get the big guy. And they do have access to these catchers now with the armor value 8, right? Instead of in the old days, the armor value 7. But still, it's just, if you want to play a passy team, you play elves, right? I don't know. Extra agility helps you out a bit. Ooh, Ogre with the mighty blow. He'll get the injury on. And it's going to be on a nice blitz right here. So here's the regeneration roll. Looks like it's going to be good. So we get him back, but that will mean one less on the pitch for the Khemri team. That helps square up the numbers a little bit extra. But luckily for this Khemri team, regeneration is going to work out well. That is the nice thing about playing against the Khemri team. Besides going up against 5 strength, everybody else are a little bit less in the armor value. The Blitzers with the armor value 8 and these Throwers also going to be very low on the armor value. Going to have that armor value 7. And so these guys can go down pretty easily. Humans can swing hard. Doesn't take much of a chance for them to shine against a slow team like the Khemri. Yeah, you're right about that. Doesn't take much. Just give them a small chance and that's it. But right now it's looking all Khemri right now. Except for that little bit of injury, but with the regen on that, no worse for wear. What do you say on that? Gonna get the quasi cage going on here. On the right side, Khemri's in absolute full control at this moment. You can't deny that the Khemri team is in nice, big advantage at the moment. It's gonna get that blitz off here on this Ogre. We'll have to re-roll that. And that's again the nice thing about having these Tomb Guardians, right? Yeah, sure they got the decay, but they don't have things like Bonehead. They don't have things like really stupids or anything like that. They could just re-roll that, no problem. Anything that happens, and that they can just walk away. 4 re-rolls in his hand as well. So he pretty much can re-roll every round coming up except for one of the rounds, right? And too bad he didn't get that Ogre down though, because ooh, this Ogre is really making a name for himself. He's like, humans get Ogre for reason, VG. And yeah, very good point there, good sir. Very good points. Big guys can do some damage here. 5 strength himself. He's gonna show the Tomb Guardians how it's done with that mighty blow ability. Get some hits in and take down that very dangerous Blitzer with the mighty blow piling on, and even the jump up. Don't want to step on through even, because he does have that jump up ability. Just needs to make a 2+ to come back up and make a simple block back, and a mighty blow piling on. You don't want that to happen. Ooh, gonna get a 2 red die block here. It's a Tomb Guardian. I think it's a little bit inadvisable to do a 2 red die block here, and we'll pay the price. Not too big of a chance that it goes wrong for you, but if it does go wrong, then boom, there you go. Only 30% chance to go wrong if you have the block ability, right? But still, actually, yeah, no, that's 30%. Yeah, 30% chance to get the attacker down there, as long as he's got that block up. So gotta watch out for that. Want him to get down the level nothing or level 1 Tomb Guardian there, so that he can hopefully be able to capitalize a little bit later on with him being down. But now he's still being able to stay up, and he's gonna get smashed. His brother gets smashed. This was all your fault, Harcourt Herman. Aomen Hamlin. We got hit because of you, buddy. Making full use of the break tackle. I think that's definitely going to be another skill that you need to take for the Tomb Guardians here. Break tackle. It's so that they don't get too badly caught out of position. Now these Tomb Guardians, the nice thing is that they do have 5 strength, but they can get tied up fairly easily. Only 1 agility on them, and so if you need them in a pinch, then they might not be able to get away. But with break tackle, you'll be able to do so. Ooh, gonna get him in there. Injury there on the Tomb Guardian. No long-term effect on either of these, and the regeneration roll is gonna save that Tomb Guardian, but that is gonna be one of the big guys there for this Khemri team. And also on top of that, the numbers are going to be square here on this pitch. So it's 9-on-9 at the moment. Khemri team probably needs to look to push the ball up. If the human team doesn't get in front anytime soon, then Tomb Guardian, not Tomb Guardians, but these throwers are going to move up and get the cage even further up and then guarantee the score by the end of the first half, or at least near the end of the first half. But the way that these injuries are going, it's looking pretty good now for this human team. Even though the defense has been quite rubbish, to say the least. But I guess the human team, what's he going to do against 4 or 5 strength big guys here? I don't know if I like him stepping up here. With that Tomb Guardian going down, that's one less big guy up there. And it's just one less guy that can get some support in. What are you going to do? Put your other Tomb Guardian with the guard up there to give your guys support? I don't know. I think I like the hit and then just moving your guy up. Then get the Tomb Guardian around here and get the blitz off. Maybe even on this guy right there. But I guess the blitz should probably almost always come from the Mighty Blow piling on Br1ght. 2-die block. Ooh, just going to be a push here. We'll be able to get the push on going there. Br1ght is not going to be able to stay. Again, when you get that hit in, probably should have stayed back here. But Tomb Guardian, I think, will take up residence. Yes, he is going to put the guard guy right smack dab in there. Woohoo! He's not afraid, guys. Well, I guess you know what? If he didn't do that, then he would probably hang the other Tomb Guardian right there. But more pushes on the dice, and now this human team might be able to get his rear in gear. Ooh, Ogre big guy stepping it up big for the human team. He's definitely stepping up right there. Oh man, that's what you want from the big guy, right? I mean, this is why we get the big guy for the human team. They are the guys that are supposed to help bash back. I mean, how many times have I seen human team, you know, like, just get the ogre and they can't do Bo Diddley. Well, it's going to be turn 6 coming up. Blitz here, 1-die block, will go down there. That's a disadvantage of having a no leveled Tomb Guardian. And, ooh, going to be MNG, will it be a further, ooh, regeneration roll has been absolutely just on the money for this Khemri team. 3 out of 3 injuries though, and so the human team actually out-bashing the Khemri team at this moment, but regeneration has been able to save this Khemri team, and so not too bad, I guess, but that does mean that this Khemri team might have to score a little bit more prematurely here. These injuries have been just so great, and these are armor value 9 Tomb Guardians, except for one of those Tomb Guardians with armor value 8, but I believe he's out already. And yes, he's going to have to pull some help here from the side cage, as you can see. And so, I don't know. He might actually go and score because human team, after he gets done bashing, he might go and get up to the cage and stifle it up. And Khemri team, with that lack of agility, it's harder to stop him. Definitely hard to stop him. Yeah, let's see. Defender down die. Gonna get that hit in. And we'll be able to take him down for the time being. Gonna be alright, and with this cage all extra exposed, yes, I do believe he will take the touchdown now. While the touchdown is a good, he's gonna be up 1-0 Br1ght, but MiketheMachine, he will have a nice time. 3 moves to try to get his own touchdown, so we'll see about that. KO roll is gonna be good. It's gonna come back here for the fight. And with that, this could be something. This could be the start of something pleasurable, guys. Oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about here, guys. You know what I'm saying. Alright, well. Human team now. He's going to have the offense. Let's see what the human team has. And yes, when you are going to have it near the end of the half, and you have a chance to actually get the score back by the end of the half, should probably stack up your guys on one side and then try to get to the backfield and score it on those bad boys here. Look at this Tomb Guardians. One of them is going to be on the front line. They're going to put all of his better guys up in the front. And he does have a couple of skellies here, so I'm slightly surprised he didn't put these guys in there. Keep one of the dirty players out there. It's a relatively fast score, but it's doable for the human team, especially with a couple of catchers there. Oh, but a blitz on defense, and the ball is actually on the right side here So he might be able to get there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he's just going to be able to mark it up with a couple of go for it rolls with the thrower. We'll be able to get the blitz in, but boy, more pushes on the die. Unfortunate here. And we will get that guard, Tomb Guardian up there. Guard against anything here, and he just needs to wait this one out. Got that push here on that catcher though. And it appears that he won't do any. Actually, no, he's still. This is going to be the one without the +1 in movement allowance. Maybe he wants to come over here and play safety instead. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do. He's not going to put too much stock in trying to stop this ball, but I feel like the blitz needs to be done to try to get that quick touchdown. I almost feel like he should probably have moved the +1 in movement allowance to get down there to mark it up if possible, or maybe even field the ball if the scatter goes correctly here. But I don't blame the Khemri team. Just go and stop her up this right here, and that will probably be the end of any 2-move, 3-move thoughts there. We'll go and blitz down this thrower here on this right side after getting a couple of assists here, but just going to be a push. Should be able to get another hit off afterwards. And he's going to put the other lineman over there on the right side. Still in range though, but a little bit more difficult now, to say the least. Defender stumbles after a nice little reroll, and both sides loads of rerolls. Not too much nuffling going on, but the only thing that has been going badly here for the Khemri team are these injuries. Boy, thrower, and as I said, armor value 7. You kind of have to watch out for that guy right there, and he gets KO'd, and that's your main ball carrier. You kind of have to watch out for that. He does have leader, but there is a leader bug in the reroll. You'll still continue to get that reroll afterwards. But the way leader is supposed to work is that you need to have him on the pitch, and then you get the extra team reroll. But for right now, you don't necessarily need him on the pitch. You just need to have the skill. Oh, these bugs. Cyanide! Fix it. Look at all this money that we're giving away. Look, whoever wins first prize here should give them back the money so that they can go and fix at least a couple of these bugs, right? Ugh. Kills me. Kills me, Big Grin. Kills me. Human team's starting to set up. It's going to be all on the right side, so we should see a Khemri big old net coming up here, right there, right there, right there. And watch as the human team just bounce off of it. Put some Tomb Guardians in front, right here, and then right there, and then big old net. And the human team, I mean, there's no outlet right there on the left side either to come out for the fly on the left side, so I think the human team should get stifled right here, barring Nuffle. There's going to be 2 attacker down die. Woo. Almost got Nuffle, but no problem. That's why we get the rerolls. There we go. He's going to sit down right there for the first part of this big old screen / net. And there we go. There is going to be yet the other big part of the screen there. And he's going to move over his guys to try to stifle everything up for this Khemri team. I don't know if this guy can make it all the way, and so we might actually have a big old hole on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's just able to get there with 2 go for rolls, but he's already spent the reroll, so he could fail this go for roll coming up. He's going to put the level 1 Tomb Guardian up front. I don't know if I like that, but nonetheless, that's what he does. And here goes the go for rolls. Yes, he just gets there. Perfectly done. Turn 7, and he needed those go for rolls. Left side is going to be a little bit more open here, though. And right here, this Tomb Guardian, I think, should have stayed right around there, because now it leaves a nice little diagonal coming up for this human team to maybe be able to take advantage of. Does have this Tomb Guardian right there that the human team needs to dislodge first, but yes, defender stumbles, will be able to get him down. And so now, yes, the diagonal is going to be a little bit more open there. And we should see a handoff, and we should see a potato play coming up, I think. I mean, there's just no way around it. At this point, I just don't see any way around not going potato. I think he has to at this point. He's got the thrower, so he should be able to go over here, get the throw. Well, maybe he doesn't need to go potato right there. I guess he can just hold the ball right there, but then now all you need to do is just cut off these catchers from the pass. Yeah, I guess there's no real need to go potato. Could just hold back. but both of these guys can just be covered up real easy. Like, oh, there we go. And yes, it's gonna be a quasi potato play. Quasi potato play. He does have a couple of guys here up front, so he should be able to knock him down without needing to use the blitz. So should be able to come over here, and the Khemri team won't be able to make an easy blitz though. That is another little bit of a disadvantage of playing against a Khemri team. You have to watch out for your movement, and right there. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, does get the defender down die. So he opts for the blitz through instead. Doesn't want to blitz the ball carrier, so he's just going to go in there and touch him up for now. And then after that, just get another guy to touch him up. After that, maybe even this guy right there. He's got the guard ability, but it's going to just be oh, it's a skeleton. So he's a little bit short there, so it's just going to be this one guy that he has to beat here. So not too bad of a potato play, actually. It's quite clear. Go for what's going to fail. He needs this guy to go through. No back-to-backs. Yes, he's going to be okay right there. Two guys touching him, so he's going to force at least a 1-9 dodge coming out here. And he does have the reroll, so there's still going to be a 1-9 dodge, even with the tackle on him. Tomb Guardian's going to get in there, and now we'll see if the human team, after the blitz coming up here on either one of these guys, to be honest with you, but it's probably better to blitz this guy on the left side. Blitz this guy on the left side, open things up, and hopefully be able to score it. And hopefully get him down even, because if he pushes him to one of these three spots, not a good spot for him to go. Ooh, Tomb Guardian facing armor value break. Respects there, armor value 9. These Tomb Guardians, armor value 9 has just been, whew, paper, the tissue. He's gonna get the blitz through, gonna get the re-roll here. After trying to get him down, defender stumbles and really get him down here. Nice big injury, but just gonna be on the throw. Actually, it is a throw. I thought it was a skeleton for a second there, but no, I looked at it wrong. It's a thrower. Will the regeneration be good this time? No, it won't be. Oh, that's a big one right there. Oh man, that's a big one. That's why we get two throwers, guys, because this is the kind of things that happens, and it's gonna be the main ball carrier one as well. So better watch out, guys. Khemri, he's losing his main ball carries, and more injuries coming up there, and it's just gonna be a stun though. And actually, the blitz through didn't come through, I guess. And that's gonna end the turn here. So no technical touch. I think maybe he might have been too far out of range here. Wait a second here. Just a doggone second. Uh-oh, I think I just crashed. Well, we'll see right there. What a blitz, too. He actually opted to blitz this thrower right there, and I almost feel like that may have not been the best way to go. But I suppose I can't really blame him. Don't want to make a dodge roll, but could have used his lineman to make a blitz, but then it would be a one-die blitz. So here we go. He's going to go and do the blitz through right there. Get the scullies. And gets the hit off. Oh, he's got finned. That is the reason why he couldn't step through. And because of that, he actually, so the human team actually flubbed that one. He got finned, messed up. Whoa, look at that. And that's why the human team couldn't score it. He actually went after the thrower and didn't realize he had finned. And because of that, the fin makes it to where you can't follow through. And so, oh boy, human team actually went and flubbed that one up. And that's why we pause things, guys, so that we can see these things after the fact. But yes, he's got finned, and so couldn't step through, couldn't get to the touchdown, and that's it. Whoops. Human team. Well, I guess the nice thing is that it paid off, because he did get the injury off on the thrower, but he didn't have a touchdown try. Well, that's alright though. Human team will have his shot at glory coming up in the second half here, because he's got the ball. And Khemri team can play some nice defense, and that is another nice thing about playing a Khemri team. I have played the Khemri team before in the tournament situation, or in the league situation, and I have to say, Tomb Guardians of 5 strength, pretty nice. I would, You talk about having some nice things on your team, and having those 4 guys, superb. It's like eating a nice dish at dinner. It's like so tasty. You can just feel it all the way down, and then afterwards a glow. I mean, honestly, so it's so nice to have these guys. They stopper everything up, and then as soon as you give them Mighty Blow and Guard, it's like nobody wants to get near them. Okay, he was gonna go for a tight formation here, and then afterwards just reneged on it. It was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the spread column formation. And I think that's the way to go. He's got 1 thrower left, so have to really baby that guy. Oh, he's going to be on the side KO'd even. So if the ball comes out, then the Khemri team won't really have a good shot at getting the ball. Blitzers with 2 agility with no sure hands. And so you got to spend rerolls to try to get there. Pirates of Reikland will be able to get a extra reroll from the cheerleader. Perfect. Ooh, definitely. Yeah. Ooh. Just gonna be on Skelly, and that's the backup Skelly, so not a big miss there, but still, 1 less guy on the pitch, and that will make the humans team's offensive prowess golden. And if the thrower actually continues to stay out on the pitch, then the Khemri team might actually have to play ball carrier with one of the blitzers, which isn't such a bad deal, because there are some guides out there that says, hey, no need for a thrower, just use a blitzer so that they get all the SVP in the early game, and then you get the throwers, because they'll get the SVP a little bit later on when you need the sure hands to start off. So in the ladders, it might actually be okay for you to get the blitzers and forgo 2 throwers. You could just go with 1 thrower and be okay, because the blitzers, they might actually be able to get to that ball and then pick it up and make that score. So it's not too crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. But at this point, at this high of a TV, it's like you don't want to go without your throwers at this point. Here's defender stumbles. See if these 2 guys get some injuries going here. Actually, the human team actually out-bashing the Khemri team. I feel like, what, that's the 5th injury or something like that? Or 5th or 6th injury? So lots of armor value breaks. Now, it's normal to see the skeletons down, but not necessarily these Tomb Guardians, and not necessarily those Blitzers. The Blitzer actually did go down earlier, but did get saved by the regen rule. Don't forget about that. So far, human team actually has been able to keep up pace because of all these injuries. And these injuries are starting to go badly now for this Khemri team. Not being able to get the thrower off here. And it's going to be MAG on top of that. And then another thrower that goes down with the KO that still is down. So hopefully he'll be able to get this guy back, because both of these guys, main ball carriers, and you need at least one of them at this stage. Or at this stage of the game at least. Oh man, the Khemri team being down 1, a little bit down in the movement, and so this is now the bad thing about playing Khemri team. I mean, now their speed kind of shows, because the throwers, they're the one with the 6 movement allowance, right? And the blitzers, they do have also the 6 movement allowance as well, but without the throwers to kind of help back them up, to help give them to play a little bit safety, it's just not as safe. The movement here, gonna get the ball up to this back right side, already trying to hit down this nice big wide open green space, already getting their way paved by the human team, so looking fairly good at this point. Moves up there and then changes his mind. No, changes his mind again. He's like, over here, no, over here, over here. Yes, here. And where he ended up at is probably the best spot. To be honest, yes. Ogre did go and bonehead, so did want to put at least a little bit of a screen up for his guys. 2 red dot block yet again. That's going to come through. Good job here this time. Ooh, going to get the KO even. So armor value breaks has been absolutely killer for this Khemri team. Just gonna be KO, but still, this could not have gone any worse for this Khemri team, and I actually voted for these guys to win. So, oh come on here, give me a break. My first pick can't be going wrong here. Don't worry, still got the lead though, 1-0. And like I said, if anything, the Khemri can play some pretty solid defense when you have 4 of the 5 strength Tomb Guardians on your side. And before it was going to fail, you're definitely going to re-roll that one. And yes, he does get the defender stumbles. We'll be able to get him down. We'll get the armor value break. We're probably going to see, like, ooh, would have followed up with a piling on, but KO is going to go through right after that injury, so had a 7 on that injury, and then +1 after the mighty blow will mean that he gets the KO. But Apothecary actually going to get used here by the human team, sensing that, boy, everything's going my way. I'm just going to go and continue to keep it going. Wow, look at that. Going to get the KO off. I don't know if I like it, but I just love the tenacity here, because he's saying, I can't live without this guy right here. And oh, you know, Khemri says, oh, you can't live without him, hey? Well, let's just put the boot in right there, and we'll not be able to get anything out of it. Oh man, let's get the armor value break, but continues to stay stunned. Oh boy, that is too bad. Khemri team loads of guys getting some assists here, 3 assists on that. And I mean, he does get the armor value break, but man, injury, no go. At least he didn't get called by the ref. And there we go. Human with the inherent mighty blow, I guess. Ooh, and more regeneration failures. And that's going to be the guard and block blitzer, I believe. Oh no. Okay, it's going to be the skeleton with block and guard. Oh no, that's still a big one though. That's still a pretty big piece when you think about it. Skeleton's going to go down. And that's the bad thing about taking the skeletons right there. I mean, you want to get at least 1 level up and get some good ones here. And he actually got a good one to get the guard on him. So he did get the block, and then probably afterwards was like, he got the doubles on him. I think he got the doubles first, got the guard, and then got the block. And that's all you really want out of him. And unfortunately, won't see much more of this game. So armor value breaks. Just killer here for this human team. And we'll get the handoff here. Not going to do anything too fancy with this ball. He could have thrown it, but seeing how he doesn't want to screw anything up at this point. Wants to at least get the tie up. Doesn't want to get too fancy with the spices, and then hands it off. Should be able to go around the left side and then score it. And with the injuries going as well as they are at the moment, human team could actually score it here and try to maybe win it in regulation at this point. And this is something you have to kind of watch out here in the latter games when you're playing it. It's just when to go for these wins, and this is the point right here, guys. You need to go for the throat and win it. But I think maybe if you're playing in a league game, you think, okay, might as well just take the draw or something like that. But that's almost letting the Khemri team off the hook a little bit too easy. Luckily though, this is the playoffs, and so if it does tie, then at least he'll be able to get the ball back and maybe score it himself if he wins the coin flip, that is. But so far so bad. Khemri team, I don't know if he can hold defense any longer. I mean, it's just a little bit too much, I think. Khemri team, try to get something going here. Humans should be able to get a nice big old screen here. Get a huge pavement here, made out of gold. It's no longer green, guys. It's gold. That's what it is. And then he's going to be able to get down there in 2 and score it pretty soon here. And pave the way. And this is all too easy, guys. Khemri team down all kinds of guys. Guys going down with injuries, holding up the left side. And should be able to get his. He's going to get another cage up. Look at that. And this time, not going to nub it up. He's just going to go in there. He doesn't even trust the cage. He made a cage and didn't trust it. And I don't trust it. I'm going to stay right here, guys. Why don't he just stay out there then? I don't know. Ogre's going to come in with the big old blitz here. Get the defender down, dive. So far, the Ogre actually started things off, and he's gonna finish things off here. Gonna get the nice big hit here. Gonna lay in the shoulder. Gonna get another arm value break. Just gonna be stunned, but at this point here, again, I think the human team is probably gonna go for it here and get the touchdown and try to win it in regulation, especially with these throw runs being down as well. 3 injuries. He did have 2 guys to come in, so if anything, he should be at least up 1 to go in. Human teams are still having a nice big old line to come in if need be. So far, mighty blow for these Tomb Guardians hasn't come through whatsoever. Oh gosh, piling on mighty blow even with the Blitzer. I mean, just haven't really been getting much, and with them actually starting at the moment, not going to be able to use them this round either. KO on that Ogre. Finally, Tomb Guardian gets something, even if it's just a KO. Yes, that's what he needs to maybe get something here. Yeah, Ogre has been a lot more reliable in this game than expected. But that's why humans get the Ogre, right? I mean, the elves don't get the big guy, but they get the big guy. It only makes sense. Khemri team now going to be watching hard. Does the human team score it? That's the real question, or does he hold it into the overtime period? So we'll see what it's going to be to play. He's going to get some vanity blocks in there. Why not? Because he's pretty squared away at the moment, and also has a good bit of rerolls. Although I have seen these good things go pretty badly before, but so far so good. We'll just get some pushes. I've seen skulls into skulls plenty. Too much more often than I can count. I guess that's why I have a little PTSD. Oh man. And yes, the human team will score and try to take the favor and win the game. It does put a little bit of a riskiness here on the shoulders of the defense, but with him being up in a little bit in numbers, this is the time to shine right there. Oh, he's gonna come back. Look at how reliable he is. And let's see how the Khemri team is going to look. He needs his throw up back at least. Yes, he does get it back. Tomb Guardian's going to stay out, though, and that will mean that he's going to be down yet another person, though. So he's going to be down 2 guys here. So 9 on 11. Not going to be too comfortable. At least he still has the main ball carrier, and at least it's going to be the one with kick return even. And so as long as there isn't something crazy like maybe, a blitz or something like that on defense, then might be able to turn this around, might be able to march it up the pitch and score it by the end. We'll see though. Here comes the kickoff. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, Big Ren? What's it gonna be? Kickoff return. He's gonna be able to move a little bit better towards the ball. It is gonna be a blitz. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. The human team totally gets the blitz. And, that does mean that if I was the human team, I would be trying to blitz this guy down. And yes, already going to surround him up. And we'll be able to get a blitzer in the backfield. Put a little pressure first before he does some blocks. Yes, that's right. Playing some very solid Blood Bowl. Doesn't want to get too much. And we'll be able to surround up the guys going out for the fly. Just needs to hold off the Khemri team from scoring in 4 turns, right? It's not too big of a task, especially now with the blitz on the defense. Catcher's going to move up. No GFIs or anything. Here comes the blitz here by the thrower. He's got blocks, so this isn't too dangerous. We're just going to get a block, but that's okay. He does have to try, and the ball is going to scatter yet another space farther. Oh, boy, Big Ren. Did I call it or what? Oh, no, and my pick is looking more and more, a little bit more... less? A little bit more less? Well, here comes the hits here. Khemri team can actually punch a hole, perhaps through the center, maybe be able to cage up, but the ball being way back here. Blitzer, he's in prime position as well as the catcher there with the 8 movement allowance. And so if the thrower does muff the pickup roll, and it's quite possible, only 75% chance to pick up that ball with the sure hands pickup. 25% chance this is going to go really wrong at a most inopportune moment. Oh no, it's Tomb Guardian. He's going to go in there and make the dodge roll. Make him do the dodge roll. So at least might get 1 and 9 there. And then plus has to dodge away from the Tomb Guardian as well. So one space yet away from it. And so if the scatter goes good for the Khemri team, might be okay. Does get the blitz out here. One die block. Does get the defender down die. Ooh, does get the pickup roll. Look at that. Gets a 6. He's going to hide behind the guard blitzer there. But I think might be able to get the blitz off anyways. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see about this. I don't know if he wants to make any awful 4+3+ dodges or anything like that. But this might be it. I don't know how ordinary the human team feels at this point. He's going to get the 2-die block there. So that does mean that I think he's not going to get too ornery. He does have a guy still here. Another blitzer here in range. Defender stumbles. That's perfect. So with this, Ketchup might be able to come around, get the assist, and then after that offer a 1-die blitz maybe coming up. Regeneration roll. That's okay though. It is looking a little bit more untangible here. I don't know. Khemri team needs to hold on, and with everybody just touched up, Khemri team needs to have some type of consolidation to actually do well. And when they're kind of isolated like this and outnumbered, in fact, this isn't what he envisioned, because who's the Khemri team going to throw to? And this is the absolute downfall here of the Khemri team. When they need to come back from a down position, from trying to come back and scrape into this game, it's a whole lot more difficult. It's unlike the Elven team, right? I mean, if these were elves, then this guy right there, he could just dodge away, get to the backfield, and then this guy dodges away real quick, throws it to him, and then we're talking a whole different ball game. But then the skeleton, what? He's only got the agility 2, and then this guy's only got the agility 2. He's just, they might be called throwers, but they're just not throwing to anyone. The VGP magic is fading. My picks, they used to be on point. Oh, just too many new guys coming into the cup. I just can't keep up. But that's good though. That's good. That does mean that the competition has gotten better in the cup, right? See a little bit mix of new faces, except for maybe Ducky, but I think I think we should just hand him an invite. You know, it should be like those other tournaments like League of Legends and Dota and all that. Just hand him a direct invite. He doesn't need to play. Just level up a team, Ducky. We'll see you in the finals. No. Oh, and here's gonna be the surf. And don't forget, +1 to injury rolls on those surfs. Br1ght even, and that's gonna be the dangerous mighty blow piling on one as well. Human team might be able to get to the ball. I don't know. It's still not easy. At this point, the Khemri team was hoping for overtime. Come on, overtime. Why aren't you coming in fast enough here? There's the stun. Humans looking good here. Very solid so far. Just gonna be a push on that ogre, the MVP ogre. MVP. Get the push here. And Khemri team can just breathe a little bit easier, but at this point he just wants to hold on to the ball. We'll get the defender down die after 3-die block, and he's just gonna get the side cage up, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna stay right there. That's the only thing left. I mean, that's absolutely the only thing left here, and I think this is the first time in forever that I've seen a side cage on the touchdown line. You haven't seen that very often. I guess I've seen the, let's get in the corner over here and then put a little bit of a wall in between me and the guys attacking. But at this point, I think the human team has to just say, okay, I'm just going to dive in there, cage dive, and then push him out of bounds. That might be the play coming up. I don't know. That would be an awful one. Six plus dives getting in there, I think. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it'd be a 6+ dodge going in. Might just blitz from the left side. No, he's not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't blame him. Let's just go into OT here, and even if the Khemri team feels the offense, look how dominating that the human team can get on the defense. And I know he got the blitz, but this is just a taste. It's just a taste here. And with a couple of extra guys that can come in, I believe a foul is incoming. And it's going to be on a Tomb Guardian there. So lineman Harold Sigric. I believe he's going to get the foul in there coming up. Going to try to get as many assists as he can. The Khemri team cannot make a touchdown at this point. Get his guys on out of there. Yeah, I can't blame him here. Here comes the foul. +5 to that foul. So the armor value break's pretty much going to be a guarantee. What's going to be the injury call there? If it's going to be an injury, then Decay really is going to hurt him. But just going to be a stun. Yeah, second half, Human has just absolutely been looking pretty good. But I guess you'd look good too as when you get as many injuries as you have on this Human side. I can't wait to see the stats because just armor value breaking it left and right. OT coming up for you guys out there who don't know anything about the overtime period. It is changed up from Blood Bowl Chaos Edition. It is sudden death. So whoever scores first will win. And they do get 8 extra turns up to turn 24. And if they don't score it, then they will go into kickoffs. Very similar to soccer, except that when one side misses and the other side doesn't miss, then it will end, and that is it. So here we go. Coin flip. Pirates of Reikland is going to get it. Human team is looking really good now. KO guy does come back, so he's going to only be down one person here. Khemri does have pretty much 10 guys on this pitch, so looking really strong now on defense. So this is not over yet. Human team still needs to prove it now. He does have 11 guys on the pitch. He does have 11 guys, and he's got all of his guys at this point. I mean, I wouldn't have foreseen this if anything, because you would think that with the Tomb Guardians, with those Mighty Blow, and then even with the Blitzer, with the Mighty Blow piling on ability, then you would probably see a few more Human players out. But at this point, injuries has just been going all the way one side for the Khemri team. There goes the kick there. Cheering fans, and that's going to help out the Human team. Gets another reroll there. And so he used a few extra rerolls at the end of the second half, and will be able to get one back, so that's going to be great. He's going to get 2 rerolls now to 4. Now, if this does go into kickoff sudden death, then at least, oh boy, more armor value breaks here. But as I was saying, there are lots of rerolls here on the Khemri side, so if it does go into kickoff overtime at the end of the 24 rounds, then the rerolls does get factored into those kickoffs, and they get +1 for each one there. Yeah, pretty much no armor value breaks. I think there was a KO, but he APO'd out of that. I mean, Human team probably shouldn't have APO'd that KO, but I mean, he has not paid for it whatsoever. Get that hit in. Blitzer. Gonna just get pushed away. Human team still needs to prove it. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Tomb Guardians all spread off in the wings, as you can see there. Tomb Guardians are spread out like this, then all you could do is get funneled towards the center, and then that's when you meet up with Blitzers with Mighty Blow piling on, yeah? What are you gonna do to those guys? Alright. Turn 17. Khemri still needs to play some solid defense, but again, if anything, the Khemri team defense, one of their strong points, will be able to move up a little bit here, and wherever the Human team kind of flutters to, then that's where they'll move to. Right now, it appears the Tomb Guardian is going to be moving here to the more right side. And going to get the blitz here on the left side here. It's going to be the stand firm blitzer. And with the Juggernaut, though, we'll be able to push him down anyways, because stand firm can't stand up to Juggernaut. I guess that answers that question, huh? Unstoppable force, immovable object. So, immovable object can get dislodged by the unstoppable force. Huh? That's the question everybody has been asking, and now we have answered it, my friends. Right here on Blood Bowl. There you go. The answer is true. Thrower is going to get there. Move up. Gripping as gripping gets here. Overtime play. Human team still needs to play pretty solid Blood Bowl to punch it in. And I like what we see here in the first half. A little shaky, probably a little nerves, but I think now the human team's showing his true prowess at this point. Looking really solid now. And come to think of it, when I was doing the invites for the qualifiers, not for the qualifiers, but for the participants here in the Champions Cup, this is not the original human team that actually got invited. The other human team could not be reached, and he did not accept the invite right away. And we tried to email him, but his email was not showing up properly for us, and so we couldn't email him, we couldn't communicate with him. Nobody said anything, and so we invited the next guy. And so here we are, human team, Reikland, the Pirates of Reikland. They're going to take their rightful place and actually earn it so far. A little bit surprising coming from the second place human team. I kind of had to dig a little bit deep to find them. Actually, not too much farther in place from the first place human team, but still. I mean, it's not every day. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, if you do make second place on the ladder, don't just take your team out. Keep your team in. They might still be picked to go because the first place guy might either be, I don't know, taking on vacation, you know, in his bathing suit, you know, murdering people. I don't know. But you still have a chance of coming in. Ogre blitzes more than any big guy you've ever seen. Well, the thing about it, though, is that he's been MVP. Why not just lean on him, right? At this point. He's on fire. Well, has he used the blitz yet? Doesn't look like he has used the blitz. And the right side is becoming a little bit more and more open. Level 1 Tomb Guardian's going to feel the pain here. Going to get that mighty blow hit in. Tomb Guardians has just been paper mache this whole game. And it's as if there's nothing underneath those bandages. But hey, the nice thing about it is that when they do get hit, they have bandages already on them. Alright, so minnows don't blitz that often. Yeah, I know, right? Those wild animals, you'd think they'd blitz a little bit more often than not, right? But ends up not. Can't count them all? Yeah, what do you know? You're not in the playoffs, Big Grin. What do you know? This. How many Champions Cup have you been in, huh? Yeah. Alright, Tomb Guardian's gonna try to step in the way there. Get the blitz in. Get down this catcher right there. Does get a both down die, and not gonna be able to do much with that. And the human team still has quite a few turns to get that ball up there. Might be able to get a path over here. Throw out again, playing a little safety there at the backfield. Ooh, big injury on that Khemri. Look at that, and that's going to be the dirty player. Khemri, regeneration though. That's the one good thing about this game, I'll say that much. Regeneration has been absolutely saving all of these casualties. I mean, sure, he's gotten a few guys out there, but this could be a lot worse looking because a Tomb Guardian went down, the Blitzer went down. Oh man, just all kinds of guys went down. You're dreaming, man. You're dreaming. This isn't real, Big Grin. This isn't real. Oh, here comes more injuries there. Are you kidding me? More big injuries. Great team, and there's one that fails right there, and I've lost count. I've absolutely lost count. I think we're in the double digits now in casualties done to the Khemri team, and when they just can't stay on the pitch, then they just straight up lose. Skellies don't stay up. Skeletons with their thick skull, get out of here. Give me zombies any day, right? Ogre gets him down. I'll tell you what, that ogre has been absolute money with that defender down, defender stumbles. Does get him down, break tackle, gonna get in there, gonna be able to use the guard, get the 2-die block. Get him down. Khemri team needs to do something awful, and again, this is again one of the bad things about playing Khemri team when they are down like this in numbers and they need to make something happen. It's just all the more difficult to do so. It's hard to come back with this team. They're not a comeback team. Death injury there. Finally something here. Mighty blow. And it will be the catcher. And he's already blown the apothecary. And so that's the catcher with the guard ability as well. And he is DED, guys. Finally going to be able to get something back. And we might actually get into kickoff overtime here. But it's still not done yet. Humans could scamper away and then maybe score it there by the end. But we'll see. He still has another catcher there with the 8 movement allowance. Yeah, no, the ogre does not have blitz. He doesn't even have juggernaut. And he's kicking some tail right now. Oh man, who says the big guy needs juggernaut or block, hey? You know, with my luck, I always get juggernaut, and then they get doubles, and then they get the block. That always happens. So then I don't get juggernaut, and then they never get blocked. Blitz here, and oh, look at that left side, absolutely wide open. Just has one man to beat, and it's gonna be the thrower, and we'll be able to take him down. Look at that. And the human team is just going to be able to walk in now. We'll be able to put up a screen for his guy, and that is that. The human team is going to take it in. No need for kickoffs for this match right there. Absolute bloodfest for the human team. And who says the human teams can't win? Look at that. Very solid play coming up. Definitely helped out by the injuries, but for certain, a very well played match. Yes, indeed. Gets the blitz off there. Tomb Guardian's gonna try something here, but unfortunately, gonna get a little bit nuffled there by the end. Going for the greed re-roll, but at this point, just trying to get somebody down. I think he just wanted to make use of the hit to maybe hurt the human team as they go into the next round. Human team takes it. Pirates of Reikland, MiketheMachine goes on. Leaves Br1ght in the dust. And Tomb Guardian can only watch in horror as his team goes 24. Armor value breaks and 10 injuries. Look at that. 10 injuries actually outbashed the Khemri team. 62 blocks succeeded, 53. That's what happens when the human team has loads of guard on their side, lots of hits in, and even better yet, when armor value 8 holds up against the bashiness of the Khemri team. Especially with having Tomb Guardians, I believe 3 of them with the mighty blow. And that's pretty good stuff here. It does take out the Khemri team, which I liked to win the match, but as you see there, you talk about casualties, guys. This is it right there. 10 casualties. So 20 SPP alone on casualties. Alone. That's saying a lot. I gotta just do the math in my head. He's got 20 from the casualties, 6 from the touchdown, 5 from the MVP. That's 31 SPP. But actually, this is even Steven here. So did he make a... Let's see here, 8... 5 from the 6, let's see here, I don't know, why is my math off here? I feel like my math is off somehow. Oh gosh, well either way, I think it's 32 SPP right there. Either way, human, nice performance there. We'll be able to move on. And he will be able to get that big win there, first of which, going in, and look at that, somebody voted for the human team to win it, and look, somebody even highlighted it for me, but no, it's Pirates of Reikland. Good sir. Oh man, 2-1 Pirates of Reikland. We're gonna see some more matches. We're gonna see Ratonia The Skaven team taking on the Nurgle team, Br1ght. Coming up right after this, don't go away. I'm going to just take a brief 1-minute break to wet my lips. Get some liquids down the throat. I'm going to start this thing up yet again. Don't go away, guys. This is the VG Purist. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that follow button, guys. Follow me along all of the World... Not the World. I keep saying World Cup. The Champions Cup playoffs right here on my Twitch channel. More games on my YouTube channel. Also VG Purist. Just 1 minute. You're going away, Big Rin? Don't you say that, man. 10 injuries plus a dead. Well, I think the dead is counted in the injuries, so... There you go. Alright guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Don't go away. I'll be right back.